The moment Jordan North sat down for an interview with Jimin and BTS, nobody could have expected just how entertaining the conversation would become. What began as a seemingly ordinary interview quickly transformed into a memorable exchange, filled with laughter, playful energy, unexpected reactions, and the kind of natural chemistry that made viewers feel as though they were watching a group of friends, simply enjoying each other's company. Jordan North is known for his warm and humorous personality, but during this interaction, even he seemed to struggle to maintain his composure. From the very beginning, the atmosphere felt relaxed and comfortable. Instead of a stiff or overly formal interview, the conversation carried an easygoing rhythm that allowed Jimin and BTS to show more of their natural personalities. And then came the laughter. Jordan simply could not seem to stop laughing. At different points throughout the conversation, his reactions became just as entertaining as the interview itself. A simple comment could suddenly make him burst into laughter. A playful response could completely change the mood. Before long, Jordan's laughter had become one of the most memorable parts of the entire interaction. For fans watching around the world, the appeal of the moment was obvious. BTS have always been known for creating spontaneous and funny moments, especially when the members are together. Their personalities often shine brightest when they are relaxed and not trying too hard to be serious. With Jordan North bringing his own energetic sense of humor into the conversation, the result was an interview that felt completely alive. Jimin, in particular, appeared to contribute to the playful atmosphere that made the interaction so enjoyable. His calm yet naturally charming personality created an interesting contrast with Jordan's increasingly uncontrollable laughter. While Jordan struggled to stay composed, Jimin maintained his characteristic charm, reacting naturally to the situation and allowing the conversation to unfold without forcing anything. That contrast was part of what made the interview so entertaining. Jordan's laughter was contagious. Even viewers who were not expecting anything particularly dramatic found themselves smiling as the interview continued. There was something refreshing about seeing an international presenter become genuinely amused while interacting with Jimin and BTS. Instead of simply asking questions and moving from one topic to another, Jordan became part of the fun himself. The interview demonstrated something important about BTS's global appeal. Their popularity is not based solely on their music, performances, or achievements. A major part of their connection with audiences comes from their personalities. Fans enjoy seeing the members laugh, joke, react to unexpected situations, and interact with people who are experiencing their personalities in real time. Jordan North's reaction captured that perfectly. He was not simply interviewing BTS. He was genuinely enjoying the experience. And that made the entire conversation feel more authentic. The phrase, "Jordan North couldn't stop laughing," perfectly described the atmosphere. His laughter became part of the story itself. Viewers were not just watching an interview. They were watching the interviewer become completely caught up in the moment. That kind of genuine reaction is difficult to manufacture. It happens when the chemistry between people feels natural. Jordan was not simply laughing because he was expected to. His reactions appeared to come naturally from the energy of the conversation, making the entire exchange feel spontaneous and authentic. For Jimin and BTS, this kind of interaction also highlights their ability to make people feel comfortable. Despite their enormous international fame, the members often have a way of creating a relaxed atmosphere during interviews. Their humor, friendliness, and natural group chemistry can break down the distance between global superstars and the people speaking with them. Jordan's reaction suggested that this atmosphere was working. Instead of feeling like a traditional celebrity interview, the conversation began to feel more like an unexpected comedy session. And that is exactly why the moment became so memorable. Jimin has long been recognized for his ability to communicate through subtle expressions and reactions. Sometimes, He does not need to say much to become the center of attention. A smile, a laugh, or a small gesture can be enough to create a moment that fans immediately notice. During an interview like this, those natural qualities become especially entertaining when combined with someone as expressive as Jordan North. The dynamic was almost impossible to ignore. Jordan would react. Jimin would respond. The atmosphere would become even more playful. And suddenly, Jordan would be laughing all over again. For viewers, this created a cycle of humor that made the conversation feel unpredictable. Nobody knew exactly when the next funny moment would happen, and that sense of spontaneity kept the interview engaging. BTS interviews often become popular when the members are allowed to simply be themselves. Fans do not always need elaborate questions or carefully planned segments. Sometimes, the most memorable moments come from the smallest interactions. A quick joke, a surprised expression, an unexpected answer, a burst of laughter. Those moments can become more memorable than any scripted segment. Jordan North's interview with Jimin and BTS appeared to capture exactly that kind of magic. It also showed why interviewers who bring their own personalities into conversations can create stronger connections with audiences. Jordan was not simply acting as a neutral host. His reactions became part of the entertainment. When he laughed, viewers laughed with him. When he reacted with surprise, the audience became curious about what had just happened. That emotional connection is one of the reasons the interview stood out. The audience was not merely watching from a distance. They were experiencing the moment alongside Jordan. And for ARMY, watching someone outside the BTS universe become genuinely entertained by the members can be incredibly satisfying. Fans already know how funny and unpredictable BTS can be, so seeing another person discover that energy in real time creates a special kind of excitement. It is almost like watching someone become part of the audience. Jordan's laughter also created an interesting reaction among fans. Many viewers focused on his expressions and reactions, joking that he simply was not prepared for the level of humor that came with interviewing BTS. Others appreciated how comfortable he seemed around the group. The result was a wave of positive attention centered around the interview's lighthearted atmosphere. Of course, Jimin's presence added another layer to the moment. Jimin has a reputation for having a naturally charming personality that can shift effortlessly between elegant, thoughtful, playful, and mischievous. That versatility makes him particularly engaging during interviews. He can appear incredibly composed one moment and then suddenly become part of a hilarious exchange the next. For Jordan, that unpredictability may have been part of the fun. The more relaxed the conversation became, the more opportunities there were for spontaneous moments to emerge. And once the laughter started, it was difficult to stop. What makes such a moment special is that it does not depend on a complicated storyline. There is no need for a dramatic twist. The story is simply about genuine human interaction. A presenter meets global stars. The conversation begins. The personalities come through. Everyone starts laughing. And the audience gets to enjoy the result. Yet when the people involved are Jimin and BTS, even a simple moment can become an international talking point. That is the unique power of BTS's global fanbase. ARMY members are constantly paying attention to the smallest details. A funny expression can become a trending topic. A playful comment can inspire thousands of posts. A spontaneous interaction can be replayed countless times. Jordan's laughter, therefore, became more than just a reaction. For fans, it became a moment to celebrate. It reminded viewers that Jimin and BTS can create joy in the most unexpected situations. Their music may be what brings people into the fandom, but their personalities are often what keep fans connected. Moments like this allow audiences to see the people behind the performances. Jimin is not just a world-famous performer. BTS are not just a globally successful group. In moments like these, they are simply people having fun, and Jordan North's reaction made that feeling even stronger. There was also something particularly entertaining about the contrast between the scale of BTS's fame and the simplicity of the interaction. These are artists who can perform in front of massive audiences around the world, yet the most memorable moment of an interview can sometimes be someone laughing uncontrollably at a small joke. That contrast is part of what makes BTS content so appealing. The bigger the stars become, the more fans appreciate moments that feel ordinary. A laugh, a smile, a playful comment, a spontaneous reaction. These details make global celebrities feel relatable. Jordan's laughter effectively highlighted that relatability. It was as if the interview temporarily erased the distance between a famous presenter, global superstars, and the millions of people watching at home. Everyone was simply enjoying the moment. For Jimin, this kind of reaction is nothing new. His presence often creates strong reactions from fans and interviewers alike. Whether he is performing on stage, appearing at a fashion event, or simply sitting down for an interview, he has a way of attracting attention without necessarily demanding it. His quiet confidence can be especially powerful. Instead of constantly trying to be the loudest person in the room, Jimin often allows moments to happen naturally. That subtle approach can make his interactions even more entertaining because viewers are constantly watching for his next reaction. When paired with someone as expressive as Jordan North, the contrast becomes even more enjoyable. Jordan's laughter was immediate and expressive. Jimin's reactions were more